Hey everyone, roadmap for 2025 is now out, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the roadmap to see what to expect. The roadmap is divided into three different parts. The first is coming soon, which includes what events will be happening in the next couple months. Then we have in development, which relates to events that will be happening in few months. And then the third component or third segment is under exploration, which has no ETA. So let's get started with what is coming soon. So on January 21st, we have a new event, Game Board, the new season coming in February 4th, which also includes a new mechanic, rocket booster tanks. That's a new Chinese line. It does say here, it says Feb 4th for new mechanic, but I assume the next line will become 2 weeks after the release of the new season, because usually the new season and the new lines are not released on the same date. But maybe it's different in this case, but I do expect the new mechanic or even the new line come at least 2 weeks after the new season. And looking at what's in development, the clans are being renamed to regiments, and players will be able to work towards goals as a clan, and there will be benefit to being in a clan. Then we will have new Cold War tech tree line for Japan, new World War II tech tree for USA. For Japan, it would be around the same time as when we got Japanese TD for World War II last year. So around April, we should expect a new Cold War line for Japan. And for USA, probably Yo tanks, but I'm not sure when they will release it. We have no ETA on the under exploration items, but they are looking at consumable and equipment updates, as well as commander skill updates. And then there's a pizza side, maybe some sort of collaboration between dominoes. That just a guess. No, not sure. So the first item of roadmap is the new Cold War Eastern Alliance tech tree line. I'll be going more into detail about what tanks are being released towards the end of this video, but as part of the roadmap, we will get new line every season. So let's get started with the first item, which is Game Board. You'll find the event under Challenges tab, as you can see in the image, where you can complete new challenges to get stamps in order to clear spaces on the game board, collect all stamps in a single row, or column to obtain a prize. Fully clear the board to get the big prize. So basically, as you can see here, we have a op to get the double arrow. If I get one double arrow, one of these will be completed. And then because there are multiple double arrows, if I have to, I can focus towards what my priority is. But for example, if I'm limited on time, I can just work towards the free XP, as that's the only valuable item for me if I am limited on time. And I'll just do this part first. It looks more interactive than the tank piece converter we had during Christmas, as all we had to do is like press button and it wasn't interactive at all. Like our choices had no impact. So I do like the idea of game board here, where our choices make a difference. If people are limited on time, they can still do partial ops that mean more to them. And if they have more time, they can of course choose the order in which to do ops. So game board looks like a nice event, much more interactive and user friendly. Next, we have new season Vipers, which is the next season. It features a lunar year celebration on 11th anniversary, a new tech tree, rocket booster game mechanics. It will be on the Chinese tanks. We have already seen that on PC. If you have not, we'll obviously have more information as part of the anniversary celebration. So if we did complete all the seasons in 2024, we will either get like a discount on two tanks, M163 VADS or M42 Duster. And if you completed all of those challenges, it'll be for free. And depending on how many you completed, there will be a discount on these two tanks. One of them is World War II, and then the other one is the Cold War tank. Of course, there will be sales, special anniversary sales, and tank sales, along with a gift tank for all players. During last season, the best sales I have noticed was actually during the 10-year anniversary. I didn't even find the Black Friday or the Christmas sales that impressive as the anniversary sales were. So the anniversary celebration has now become my go-to event to buy items. So we'll see what's in store this year. However, definitely looking forward to it, especially how they did the last year. A lunar year event, the year of the snake, Viper season. I think last year we also had something similar. A new tech tree line with rocket booster mechanic. How does rocket booster work? At the start of the battle, the rocket booster will take time to prepare. When it's ready, you'll be notified by a HUD. After that, you can activate the booster using the button. So it's like a turbo mode in CS, but it's not just you press it once and it's always on. It's on for a limited time. more like what we had in toy tanks, if you remember. We'll press the button until the booster will activate, and it'll deactivate automatically. So that's how it should be. However, the booster effect will be short in duration, not like the turbo mode in CS. And depending on the tier of your vehicle, you will be able to use it between 3 or 6 times per battle. So basically, to go into choke points early on quickly, the boosters will be helpful, as well when you have to rotate out quickly. So I assume the lower tiers will have this ability 3 times, and the higher tier will have it 6 times. When the rocket boosters are in use, your vehicle will be more difficult to maneuver. Again, with a higher speed, maneuverability does become a limitation. And after the last use, the indicator on the HUD will go out notifying you of empty tanks. This means rocket boosters will be unavailable for the rest of the battle. As I said, the feature is also already available on PC in case you want to take a quick look at it, but we will have this in our game next season. So moving on to the next section, which is in development. These are the features that are being created, iterated, and improved. So design and everything is already final. They have some development as well as they're created. So now they're just polishing it, fixing the bugs. Our development team is dedicated resources to bring this content into game, but timeline and specific are still subject to change. Yeah, so this is my guess, as they've already listed it here. For Cold War tech tree lines for Japan, you can look forward to a Japanese Cold War tech tree line later this year, timed around the Japanese exciting Golden Week celebration. And that's what I said when the Japanese World War II tank destroyer line was released last year. So around April, May, that should be the timeline. Now moving on to the next part, one of the highly requested feature is in-game clan system. Currently, we have to go to the portal to even recruit members to our clan, but that is about to change. After launch, clans will be renamed to regiments and will be accessible in-game. Huge. Your current clan will automatically become a regiment, as you can already see next to profile. All players in regiment can complete challenges for rewards. Finally, there will be a reason to be in a clan, including points used for new regiment perks, which will provide regiment-wide benefits to earns or in battle. It looks promising. We have to see how it is, but just reading about it, ability to have clan features in-game and rewards looks very, very promising when I'm reading this. The feature will roll out across several updates as we work on providing new and interesting experience. So probably after the Japanese line, which means maybe June, July, around that period. Again, just the guesses or the estimates. And then the new crossover and collaboration, we saw that Pizza, our big new crossover, will be announced in coming weeks. We can't tell you who it is, but if you like Pizza, you have something common with these fellas. Well, I have no idea what it is. As I said, maybe some sort of collaboration with Domino's, but I doubt it's Domino's. Now moving on to the last segment, which is under exploration. It refers to the ideas and goals we're discussing among development team. These ideas are being considered, but we haven't completed any final designs or schedule. So no final design or scheduled work. So highly likely some of these things will change. Some of the key concepts we have is the changes to consumables and equipment system to investigate opportunity to improve functionality and strategy. I would definitely like to see the camonet being changed from active to passive, how we had pre 6.0, as well as changes to some consumables like smoke in Cold War, as well as some other change would be nice. Then exploring new commander skills, as well as revamping current skills to ensure more dynamic. Our current commander skills are kind of such that everyone has to run the first 6 or 7 skills, and there's little room for a different build. So yeah, it would be nice if they can change or even remove some of the existing skills. In my opinion, I think everyone uses rapid loading as well as steady aim, which results in very high DPM and accuracy. If they can just remove those skills, that will allow us to have 2 empty slots and will create a more dynamic commander build. At least that's my opinion anyway. Or some similar skills, because currently the accuracy and DPM is just a lot for every tank, and that's why everyone just equipped those. Exploring gameplay balance updates, evaluating adjustment balance between tech tree and premium tanks, that is the tank reforge we get. I hope they actually buff the so longly requested tier 10 tanks, that's the tier I play. Because we've seen a lot of updates and they just keep buffing the same tanks again and again, and I hope they buff a tank that actually need it instead of just buffing it for the sake of, as we know, like Mutts received 4 different buffs, maybe 3, same with Indian Panzer. It's the same tank that keep getting buffed while others don't get buffed at all. Exploring a system that would allow players to use trade-in unused booster towards a booster of higher value. That also seems a very positive feature because I know a lot of people requested that. Even I have like a lot of XP or Commander XP boosters. I just can't use them because there's just so many. So I just never run out of them. But it would be efficient for me to kind of, if I have a one for higher value, as I can play that game seriously. So I can play one game with all my effort, right? Rather than playing 10 games where I'm just playing for the sake of playing. So yeah, for the most part, it do look pretty nice, right? The highlight clan features as well as new mechanic 2 lines for World War II. The rocket booster tanks with new mechanic as well as the US. And similarly, we also have 2 lines for Cold War as well. One of them is obviously coming this Tuesday, and then Japanese tanks as well. So it is always nice to have a direction to what to come this year, so you can have some idea to what to expect. This is the second year that they have done that, and I know a lot of players, they do like to get a roadmap. We just have to keep in mind that especially that there's no timeline for in-development items, and no or absolutely no timeline, or even if it will happen for items under exploration. So we just can't be like, why did this not happen, right? So whatever we are confirmed about is the coming soon items, and then eventually this year we will get the in-development items. Moving on, now let's take a look at the first item for Roadmap 2025. That is new tech tree lines for Cold War mode. The first tech tree of 2025 are 6 new Polish, Slovakian, Romanian tanks for Cold War mode. 4 of these tanks branch off from TR 580. TR 580 is bottom tier era 2 heavy tank, and you have 5 tanks that can branch off from here. And then TR85M1 branches off from TR 125. TR 125, again, the same line as TR 580, but a top tier era 2 tank. So both of these eventually you can leads to T72M2E Moderna. So basically, if you want to get that tank quickly, it is better to just go off TR 125, as all you have to do is unlock TR85M1, and then you can unlock the final tank. And here's the second image. So yeah, you get the TR85M, and obviously XP will be slightly higher to go from a bottom tier to top tier than going from the mid tier to top tier. But in total, you obviously will have less XP to go from TR85M1 to T72M2E. Similarly, if you go through TR580, of course, if you want more tanks, but you get T72M, T55AM, 2 era, 2 tanks mid tier and top tier, and then you get a T72M2 bottom tier era 3 and PD91 mid tier era 3, and of course then you get the top tier T72M2E. In this video, I won't be going into details of stats. We will have a new video coming out comparing the stats with the existing T72 line or something similar. Quick recap, we'll have 2 era 2 tanks, T72M, T55AM Merida, and then 4 era 3 tanks, T72M2 Wilk, PD91 Twerdy, T72M2E Moderna, which is the top tier, and TR85M1. So that's it for this video. We'll have a video coming on later looking at the stats of the new line, as well as comparing it with existing tech tree tanks. So do let me know in comments what you think about the roadmap, if you're excited about any of the events that will be happening shortly or during the year, and if you have any suggestions that they should implement. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.